Hi everyone, welcome back. We are on part 7 and I believe this is Super Simple 6. The episodes are ahead because of the cover. Anyway, this one I have gone ahead, cut everything out. This I've inked it, I've folded things and tried to kind of put them in order. Let's see if I can remember how it goes. Alright, so the way this one works is, I'm just look because I prepped a few ahead, so it can get a little bit confusing. This has a flip up and a flip out. Okay, so this is the base. So let's start with this. This has this solid piece that becomes this side flip. So I'm just going to work. Oh my word. Anybody else have a dog that has to have the final word? He's worse than a kid. I tell him to be quiet. Goes outside. Now he's going outside to bark. Anyway, this is the base piece, okay? And I'm sorry if you hear him. He's out there having a conniption fit. Of course, he'll come by my window and start barking. So this is the piece that everything is going to be attached to. And you want to take this piece and have the flap on the left. And so in the collection there is this piece, and I've used the Martha Stewart punch that I've been using across the top there, and we will just make a pocket out of that. Glue on 3 sides. I probably should have topped this off. Oh well. I'm using quite a bit of glue here lately. I have this much. What is that? About, yeah, right up to about there. That's about all I have left. So, alright, so I'm just going to do this as close to the edge as possible. And attach this here. I'm going to leave a margin about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And then just do a little tiny collage here. I did ink these a little bit. Okay, so I think that goes like that. I'm not sure what kind of flowers those are, but they are cute. Alright. And I don't want that to be crooked, so I'm going to try and straighten that out. And I don't remember what goes in this pocket. It's probably this tag. Yes, it is this tag. So let's work on the tag next. Alright. So this gets glued closed. Oops. Do you want to go around the edge? These are nice sturdy tags. Even if you use I wouldn't print anything out on a a 20-pound regular paper. I would use at least a 24, but that's going to make these really nice and sturdy. I mean, you could do it. It's just going to kind of wimp over. I don't know. Maybe the glue will make it stiffer, but I printed everything on cardstock. And this is a 110-pound cardstock, but the 65-pound cardstock would be excellent, and even if I had used my 40-pound paper, that would have been great too. So I think I am not going to punch a hole in this because we need to leave it flat. So this piece gets glued to the top. See if I can remember how this goes. Center that if I can. Yeah, I think that's okay. And then we will attach this little girl. Right in the center there. That's cute. And we have this one that says free. There's another one that says fierce. You can decide. Well, there's 5 or 6 actually in the collection, so I'll put that there. Okay. No glue anywhere. I think this has had enough time to dry, so I'm going to stick that in there. I might leave it up a little bit just until we get back to that. All right, so this page is a little more complicated, but not really. It's just more pieces. So we've got circles, we've got tabs, we've got words, we've got a strip, and then we have these little cards. So I'm going to, I forgot to fold these, so we're going to fold these. They get completely glued together to make little pieces that you can pull out. So there we go. And so I'll go ahead and glue these. Whoops. Okay, so we'll glue that, and then there'll be these little tabs. There's 1, 2, 3. These circles are going to go on the strip. Yeah. Okay, so let's just make this number 1. And I am going to attach these right in the middle. And I'm only going to leave the just the number part sticking out, just to the bottom of that oval right there. I'm going to add some more. You can see where I cut crooked a little bit, and it's not inking, so I'm just going to trim that off. Sometimes the cardstock is a little harder to get those sections. Okay, so I will do that 2 more times. Okay, so now we want to take this strip, and I went ahead, because this measures almost 6 inches, I measured 2 inches and 2 inches. And the reason is, this is going to be a belly band, but this is going to go in between. So I am going to put glue here and here, as well as on these 2 lines that I drew. And I just measured, like I said, 2 inches from either end. And let's see, which way do I want this? I think I like it like this. I'm going to do this about a 1/2 inch from the left. Just straighten that out. Hopefully I didn't smudge it enough to close up those pockets. I'll let that dry for a second. Now we are going to put these pieces on here with the words on top. And I think the order of the words I want is rise, ascend, and soar. Which you could say rise and ascend are almost the same, but I figure you got to get up and then take off and then you're soaring. That's my my thought process here. So I want to make sure that I didn't glue these completely down. Looks like we're good. Yeah. All right, so let's get number 1 in here. I want to put these in here first because I want to be able to see where to center that circle. And I feel like if I eyeball it, it's going to bug me because it won't be exactly where I think it should be. So, excuse me, just take a second. I think that glue is mostly dry. And I'll wiggle these again just to make sure, but that looks good already. Alright, so let's get these on. I have inked these as well. I forgot to set up the glue. Make sure that stays. This cardstock is a little bit thick. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, that way, like I said, I can see where I want this to go. I want it to be centered on top of that tag. So, same thing with the other 2. Oh, that dog is really pushing my buttons today, and he knows it. He's at the door, jumping on the glass, like he's been out there for 2 hours or something. He's been out there for what, 5 minutes? It's not too hot. He likes to be inside, but he does not like my son, and if my son walks down the hallway, he has a fit. Okay, so let's do the rise. And I think I'm just going to kind of put these randomly. I'm not going to center them. And I think that might have been what Anna did on hers. I don't remember. And get that in there. Stay. I put too much glue, it's kind of slippery. And then soar. Okay. Get that little extra glue off of there. Alright, let's take these out now, and I'm just gonna make sure everything is glued down nice, and I think it is. This one looks a little like it was coming up, but we'll just leave those for a second out. And then we are going to, and I wish I had thought to do this first, but this needs to be glued closed, and I forgot. Let me take that glue bit off the tip. I'm trying to get it into the trash. It's stuck on my finger. Okay, did I bring it back? No. Okay. So oops. Okay. So yeah, that would have been easier to glue. Was I supposed to make a pocket out of that? No. Okay. See, I'm getting some of them mixed up because I'm prepping ahead. So I think the next one, there's a piece like this and it has a pocket at the top. But this will be fine. Okay, so this attaches to the left-hand side. I'm going to run some glue here. I am having so much fun with these guys. I don't even have to think, and it looks fabulous. I'm going to do this maybe 1/8 of an inch from the bottom here, not too, and I am going to close this over like that, so I know it lays flat. We want that gap in there. That's why we're laying it flat. And then I'm pretty sure I can stick these back in there. Those are fun. I am thinking that the cover that I made for this journal may not work. We may have to modify it somehow because these are quite thick. So I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so there's that side. Now what we need to do is this top piece. So the flap goes here, okay? So all of these items are going to be oriented this way, and then these will go this way. So I'm going to put this aside for a second and we'll work on the pocket. Let's take off this hunk. And we will take off these, and you can see that's upside down, so I'm just going to leave that attached while we work on this section over here. And this is not a lot, so we're going to make a little collage. I did, when I was inking, you can see I have inked both sides because I wasn't sure, you know, exactly what piece was for what after I cut them out. But I'm going to do maybe 1/2 inch from the right, 3/4 from the bottom. I watch Anna in all my YouTube videos on a 55 inch screen on my smart TV. So I have a Roku app, and that's how I watch YouTube. And so everything looks quite a bit bigger on there. So there again, I'm going to do about 3/4 down and 1/2 inch in, just overlap those. And then we're going to put lace right across the middle. So, and then I'm going to trim that off. I think Anna left hers kind of hanging over, which looked cool. But I'm just going to put that on and trim that piece off. If I can get the right angle. Okay. Tap that down just a little bit more. Check my camera. I have 7 minutes. I don't know. I think we might be able to do it. All right, so let's do the butterfly. And I am just gluing mostly the middle. I'm putting the butterfly right there in the middle of that lace. And then we will put, that's not quite heavy to hold it, the unshaken at the top right. Like so. And I am going to flip the whole thing around and work on this one. And this will take no time at all because this is just a pocket that will be glued to the bottom. Like this. I am leaving like just a smidge. And then I'm going to trim this because we are going to glue this piece together as well. There we go. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now so I don't forget. There we go. I did do a little circle punch there, but you don't have to. Okay, so see that flap is going to come down? Yeah. Just double checking. All right, we've got this. Going to glue to the side. Ah. My fingers are sticky. All right. Let's do it this way. Right there. And then these go in this pocket, and I am going to put them all upside down for the moment and not go all the way down to the bottom of the pocket. Alright, so now we're ready to glue everything together. So we've got this one glued, and that goes in. We want this tag not to go over the top. So I'm thinking I'm going to trim just a smidge off the bottom of this. And re-ink. Because it's just sticking up ever so slightly. And then we're going to go ahead and attach this. Okay. And we are centering this. And we're going to bring it down so that it lays nicely. Like that. Okay, so let's get this tag back in here. It's still a little too high. I'm going to see how it works when it's closed. I think we're okay because I think that pocket is shorter. So yeah, I didn't need to trim that. So that's okay. It fits. So that goes that way. That goes that way. I will want to push these down in the pocket a little bit because I don't want those hanging out when I close that pocket. But it closes nicely. It's perfect. I love it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Check out Anna's channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.